Everyone, how's it going? My name is Daniel Francis. In 8 simple steps, I'm gonna break down exactly what is needed to go from 0 to 10K a month. I've had multiple clients grow their business, their coaching business to $30,000 a month through this process without spending any money on advertising. So if you want a free strategy of what I believe is what helped me, grow my multi-six-figure coaching business, helping people overcome stuttering. If I can take a niche like stuttering and create success from that, have clients all over the world, if you model this for whatever industry or niche that you're in, you will achieve the same success. So follow me on this whiteboard. I'm gonna be drawing out exactly what is needed. If you guys have questions, comment them down below, and hopefully I can break it down and you can apply exactly what all my clients do, and you guys are gonna get it for free. So the first step is this. What solution do I provide? So what does this mean? It means if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, the simple question you gotta ask yourself is this. What problem do I solve in the marketplace? So I'll give you the example of myself when I first started. I was a director of sales for a telecommunication company. And what I realized was every decision that I made in my life up until that moment, so around COVID, beginning of COVID is when I quit that job. I was making multiple 6 figures. I bought the house. I had my dream car in the driveway and I wasn't happy. And so I made the decision to quit that and go into coaching. Now, the first question I have to ask myself is if I build a coaching business, what problem do I solve in the marketplace? Now, I took a personal note on myself and I realized that every decision that I made, whether it was learning to public speak, going into network marketing, going into sales, going into leadership, every decision that I made was to overcome my stutter. And so I thought about it. I said, well, Daniel, I'm not a speech therapist, but that doesn't matter because I didn't go down the traditional route. What I did was I took this solution and I realized that, okay, Daniel, how did I overcome my stutter? Well, the way I did it was I overcame stuttering through public speaking and through personal development, but let's just call it public speaking. So I took that hypothesis and I threw it up towards the market. And I said, hey, how are people going to respond? So this is one of the first questions you have to ask yourself is what problem do I solve in the marketplace? If you're a health coach, what people are looking for is to lose weight or to get fit. If you're a relationship coach, how do I better my current marriage? How do I find myself a girlfriend? If you're a dating coach, if you're in the real estate realm, how could I help my clients close more deals? How could I find more deals? How could I teach this? And that is the problem. And realize that people are not paying for your course, not paying for how pretty everything looks. They're paying for one thing. Can you fix this problem that I have? So you have to realize what the problem is, and you can't say, well, no one has a problem. Everyone has a problem. This is how the marketplace and the economy works. People pay for solutions to what they currently have. You just have to realize what it is. So then let's go to number 2. Build a free community. So the next thing you want to do is this. So now that you have your solution or your solution that you provide to the marketplace, create a community of people and give value to that community for free. So what I first did is I said, okay, I'm gonna create my own Facebook group because I want to create my own little house. And I'm gonna call it Overcoming Stuttering Community. And the only people that are gonna join that Facebook group are people that want to overcome stuttering. Simple, right? And that's all I did, and it's free. If you're taking notes, I want you to realize this one concept here. You have to make your free stuff so good that people start saying, man, if this is the free stuff, I wonder what their paid stuff is. And so you have to realize before someone pays you, you have to give. And what this Facebook community does is it allows you to create a little playground where you can give value, you can offer advice, and most importantly, you build authority. And you realize, are they even interested in this concept? And as time goes on, if the Facebook group grows and there's engagement, the algorithm will then push it and will grow that community more and more and more and more, okay? So the next thing you want to do is build a Facebook group. Now, what do you call the Facebook group? Well, keep it very generic. Don't call it the Daniel Francis Facebook group, right? You want to call it based off what your niche is looking for. Or name it the solution to the problem. So for me, I knew that people who stuttered are looking to overcome stuttering, beat stuttering, increase their fluency. If I'm working with coaches, I realize that what coaches are looking for is maybe higher quality leads, an effective way to get clients. So I'm gonna call that name, right? So my Facebook group for coaches specifically and consultants is called the Millionaire Coach Club. You wanna create a Facebook group where you are now a figure of authority. It costs no money to build a Facebook group. So design it, then what you start doing, start growing the group. We'll go to number 3. And the next thing you wanna do is you wanna promote it. I'm gonna share with you exactly what I did. So I built a Facebook group called Overcoming Stuttering Community, and I grew that group to 400 people, 500 people. So there's two ways to promote your Facebook group. What I realized is that people who are in Facebook groups will probably join other Facebook groups. And so it's hard to take someone from Instagram or from TikTok or from YouTube to come join my Facebook group. But what is easier is saying, hey, there's a Facebook group community over here of 10,000 people. Let's see if some of them would want to join. Now, you don't want to do it in a spammy way. I've never got kicked out of a group, but if you do it from a genuine place where, hey, I created a Facebook group, we offer blah, 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 and my own personal stories, would you be open to join? Now, I would ask 30 to 40 people a day. Some of them would say, no, Daniel, you're crazy, stay away from me, we have too many Facebook groups. But then there's others who are, sure, I would love to learn more, I would love to join your group, and I would have about 5 to 8 people joining a day, which was really cool. And that gave me the awareness that people are looking for this solution. So if you think about it, if you ask people to come join your Facebook group and no one's joining and no one's like, no, I'm not interested, you now realize, right? Because think about what a lot of people do wrong, and this could be you, which is they spend months and months and months building this perfect course, thinking that everyone's gonna love it. And they go throw it out to the marketplace and no one wants it, well, because they didn't do their market research. So think about this phase as a market research phase. And every time you move up the ranking, the 8 steps, you're getting clearer and clearer on really what is needed to grow a successful coaching business. The second thing is having more of a paid strategy where you can go onto my website, you can go to overcomingstuttering.org, I'll put the link down below. It's a free guide on the 5 things that you can do to overcome stuttering and speak with confidence. People then click on that, and then after they gave their name and email, they would come join my Facebook group. And so those were 2 different ways, and that's where I can get 10, 15, 20 people joining my Facebook group a day. Okay, so that is number 3, promote the group. Now, in the midst of all these 3 things, what I would also start doing is giving coaching to people for free. Then number 4 is you want to set up qualifying questions. So every time someone joins your Facebook group, you want to have questions to qualify them so you understand more of what your market is looking for. So I have 3 questions. I go, number 1, if you want me to send you more goodies, you can send me your email, right? Number 2 is I would ask a question of, where are you currently at? So for me, are you struggling with speech right now? Are you trying to master public speaking? Where are you currently at? And then the third question I would ask is, what is the goal? Or you could ask, what is the number 1 thing that you believe is holding you back? And you get to hear what people are saying. And as the coach, as the consultant, as the person of authority, this is how you understand your marketplace. So when I work with coaches, people would say, okay, I'm at $0 to $5,000 a month, I'm at 10 to 20 grand a month, I'm at $50,000 plus a month. Great, now I know where they're at and what is the biggest struggle that they're facing, which is the biggest thing is trying to find clients, trying to get better traffic, trying to understand more of what my offer is. And that gives me the awareness to understand what my potential clients are looking for. Then number 5. So number 5 is offer free value. So very similar to what I was saying before, is now your job is, now that people are starting to come into the community, talk about certain points, talk about certain solutions, talk about what has worked in your own life, and see what people engage with. If they like a certain story, a certain example, you now realize the market likes that. So create more of that stuff. And this is how you become a marketing professional. Don't create what you think people want, put things out there, and then tweak your method and what the audience is telling you that they want more of. So if I create a video on the 3 things of how to breathe better as someone to improve their speech versus how to think better for their speech, and I compare the 2, and I realize the mindset concept is what people resonate more with and engage more with, I'm gonna create more stuff over here. So realize that when you're offering free value to people, whether you go on live, or I used to do a Facebook Live challenge, what I was saying before. Hey guys, welcome to the community, get yourself on Facebook Live. It's a great way to get yourself out there and feel more confident with your speech. It's a free community, or it's a safe space. Everyone here is looking for one thing to improve their speech. Come say hi on live. And you start to create this whole community of people that are excited to be there and feel like it's a family. Now, number 6, offer free clarity and feedback calls. What do I mean by that? Once you start building authority in your community, once you start qualifying them when they join the group, you can start offering free clarity calls, free feedback calls. Hey, thank you so much for posting in the group, or hey, I just saw from your question that you are looking to attain this result and you're struggling with this. And then you can start to actually have a conversation. So I have a 4-step framework of even booking calls, okay? So I would do it, and then when you start to grow a team, your appointment setter can then do it. But it goes like this. So the first question you want to ask, right, the concept is, where are they currently at? What is their goal, okay? What have they tried before? And what do you think is the number one thing that's holding them back from achieving success in their life? Why are they still struggling with it to this day? And you follow that framework, and that's how you can book calls like that. And so your goal is to book as many clarity and feedback calls that you can. And what these clarity and feedback calls are is for you as the coach to understand your audience more. We can talk about a high ticket script down the road and what you would say on a call, but you basically want to understand their situation. So if they say, sure, I would love to jump onto a call, great. And then when you jump onto a call with them over Zoom, what is your goal? Why is this important for you? Where do you want to go? What have you tried in the past? Why hasn't that worked before? If we press the fast forward button 90 days from now, what does good look like? Right? And you want the person on the call to just give and just open up, because you're finally giving them a vehicle where they can finally be them. And so once you do that, this is a great way to, again, build relationships with your audience. And then what some people are going to start doing is saying, hey, so I see you have this Facebook group. Do you have like a program? Do you have anything? Do you offer any help outside of these calls? And then this then leads you into actually attaining clients. Is this making sense so far? Then number 7, this is for people who don't have a program at all or are looking to start a new program. So once you do enough clarity and feedback calls, you can start to understand what your market is looking for. You want to create what's called a beta program or a beta group, or in other words, a pilot program. And so what that means is that, hey, I'm coming out with a new project, coming out with a new program. It's not complete yet. I'm looking for 4 to 6 people who would be interested in being a part of this program. Based on all the market research, based off how your community is talking, based off the engagement, based off what people are saying, based off the methods that is resonating with them, you design a program to help them with what they're looking for. So for me, what I did is I got 400 or 500 people in the group, and I set a date. I said, hey, on this day, I think I launched it in August of 2020. On this date, on September 1st, I am launching my first ever beta program. I'm looking for 6 people who'd want to partake in that program. And I booked about 13 calls. Out of those 13, 6 of them enrolled. 2 of them from Canada, 2 of them from the US, 1 from India, and 1 from the Philippines. And the way the call went was, hey, we're gonna be covering these 6 topics. We're gonna have a weekly call every Sunday, and then if things don't make sense, you can book a personal call with me as well. And you're gonna have exercises and workshops. And by the end of the program, your speech is gonna change drastically. And so I did that, and I said normally this program will be $2,500 USD. Because the program isn't done and it's a beta project, I'm only allowing a few people in here, we're doing a 90% discount right now. And that 90% is gonna be $297, right? So roughly around there. And 6 people said, holy smokes, let's do it. And what that gave me, because I've never sold anything online before, was the confidence that people were willing to give me their credit card and actually pay for this. And if you're just starting off, this is what you need. Don't say, I need to sell my thing for $5,000. I need to sell for this big number. I just need to get market confirmation. And so that's what the beta group did. Then I taught the beta group over the course of 6 weeks. People got great results. I got them to learn how to socialize better, how to different breathing exercises, public speaking, everything in between. And I had a happy group of people, plus a finished minimum viable course, MVC. I had all the basics in. I had workbooks, I had exercises, and I realized that the whole group was happy, and I tested it, and everyone had great reviews, and I got a bunch of testimonials after that. Now for the good part. Now that your beta group is done, now that you have success, you have a community that's now growing, now what you want to do is you want to turn this into what I call an evergreen coaching program. So now as you're booking more calls, because now you have a whole community, you have a whole process to book calls and get people in the door, you take your beta program and you put it into a membership area. At the beginning, if you don't want to put it into a membership area, you can put it into a Google Drive. But what I did, and I'll show clips right here, of a membership area with all the different videos. So I had 6 different pillars. Pillar 1 is mindset. Pillar 2 was fear. Pillar 3 was speaking with confidence. Pillar 4 and 5 was public speaking. Pillar 6 was socializing. Each module has a workbook and different videos. Then what you're gonna also implement are weekly Q&A calls. So then what you do is now instead of reteaching the program over and over again, when someone signs up and joins the program, they have a membership area and they have 2 to 3 weekly calls. So my weekly calls was every Tuesday at 11 a.m., Thursday at 5 p.m., and Saturday at 12 p.m. And they were weekly group calls where everyone can come jump on. And this is what's gonna allow you to really grow. Because if you just solely rely on one-on-one coaching calls, you're in big trouble. And then what I did is I said the first person that jumped onto a call with me asked me what the price was, and I said the price was $2,500 USD. And he said, sure, how do I sign up? Here's my credit card. That day changed my life. And I went through all these steps because now I have a community. Now I know exactly what my people want. I have a beta group that's complete. And now I have a finished Evergreen coaching program that's not just solely relied on one-on-one coaching, but an actual group model and a community that's growing. And then basically, all you have to do now is the math. And so what the math is, if you want to make $10,000 a month, 2,500 times 4 is 10K a month. If you want to make $20,000 a month, you can sell for 5,000 times 4, or 2,500 times 8, and that's it. And now what you have is you have the marketing, which is people are coming into your world, joining your Facebook group, that's just going to keep on growing and growing and growing. And then you have an actual offer to give them when they're interested in learning more about you. And if you follow these 8 steps, you've spent $0 on advertising, unless you want to pay to grow your group, which you don't have to do off the bat. You have a system, you have a program, you have clients that are happy, you have testimonials. If you follow the step-by-step solution, this is what all my clients do to get them off the ground. And if you apply this, I promise your life will change. If you guys have questions, if you guys enjoyed this video, comment down below, subscribe, let me know what you guys think, and we'll see you in the next video.